Hey, welcome. Today we're going to be drawing a Victorian style architecture house, which is a great way to make a Halloween house. So we're going to start now. Get your supplies ready. Hey guys, welcome. Today we are going to be making a really cool haunted house drawing, which is perfect in time for Halloween. And there are lots of different variations for this house. You can always just make it a more Victorian style architecture house if you don't want to do the Halloween theme. But it's an awesome way to make a Halloween spooky house if you choose. So to start out, we are going to want to turn our paper so that it is more of a portrait orientation or taller orientation of your paper. And then I'm going to be drawing with a marker so that you can kind of see, but you may want to do it with a pencil so that you can erase any mistakes that you make. I usually start here down at the bottom, leave a little bit of space in case you want to go back in and add a foreground or a detail to the bottom of your house, and just start with a straight horizontal line going to the side. Leave a little bit of space over to each side in case you want to add extra things in the background later on. And then we're going to go 2 vertical lines upwards. Now those are not as long, obviously, because what I'm trying to do here is make a rectangle shaped base. So I'm going to close that space up with another straight horizontal line. And it's okay if it's not perfect because, you know, if it's a spooky house, it can be a little bit wonky anyway. Now we want to go in and add a kind of like a little ledge on top of this rectangle. So if you'll just do a little line out and then upwards and then close that off, and you have kind of an overhang for your house. Now we want to build our house upward. So over to one side, I'm going to go in and add 2 lines upward to create a square. Again, I'm going to put a little lid on that box, like it's got a little ledge overhang. And then for our next step, we're going to make a line that is just kind of sticking out of the square. Now it is not going all the way to the edge of the rectangle. It's kind of ending a little bit short so that I can take another diagonal line and go down to the corner. And then that will create a roof for this part of the house. So I'm about halfway up my paper now. I still have some space up here that I'm going to create kind of a clock tower. So I want to make 2 diagonal lines going upwards like you're making a triangle, but don't make a total triangle. You're going to stop a little short and again add a flat top. Now if you have enough room on your paper and you want to make your tower a little bit taller, we can do that step again. So I can create another 2 diagonal lines, make a flat top, and then I've built my tower up a little higher. To create the very tip top of the tower, I just make a square and then put another top on it so it looks like a little table sitting up there. This little space here, you could add a bell, you could put a pumpkin in there, some bats flying, any type of ideas you have to create to add to your house. And to finish our house, we're going to put a nice triangle up there. Oh, wow, isn't that great? It's a nice Victorian style architecture. And at this point, it's pretty blank. So you could add any type of extra details you wanted to decorate your house, or you could add scary designs, windows, doors. I'll show you now how to add in the door and the stairs and the basement. So to create the basement of the house, we want to go in and add a door. Just a small rectangle shape there in the base. And then to create my stairs, I'm going to make a small rectangle there under that. And so that it gives the effect that it's a staircase getting larger, it's going to have lines going out and getting larger each step. So you just bring your line out a little bit, down a little bit, close that off. And then you have nice steps. You could continue that all the way down your paper, or you could add a basement by continuing your line down to the bottom of the stairs. And a basement is a good place for you to add some little windows and vents and maybe put some things peeking down in the basement. And of course, our house is not going to be floating, so we want to put a ground line there. Now for the last part of this video, I'm just going to go in and add a few details and give you some ideas for designs. Of course, windows are really important. If you wanted to put some shutters on your windows, then you just create a little side detail there, and the shutters could always be a little sideways and broken. And really, with a house this size, we would not just have one window, so we could add in some extra windows here. You can always add some shapes above your windows, like this drawing here. There are some triangle shapes that are added above each window, and even adding some of those triangle style spikes on top of the corners of the house really gives it a nice gothic, spooky look. Or if you wanted a different, more rounded look, you could add a window and put a semicircle on top and divide that into different window panes. Maybe add some blinds, or you could put somebody in the window. These are some other different variations that you could add, adding some different tiles to the roof with some semicircle shapes in a pattern, adding a chimney, or even a weather vane on top. Somebody's creeping out of the basement window there. So if you made a basement, you just add a little window down there, put some eyeballs, and then color it in. And then, oh, somebody's peeking out from the basement. You could do a spooky background. You could put a moon, like a crescent. You could draw bats. You could draw a witch. You could draw a skull up on top of the house for a weather vane. You could add spikes, and you could add drips and different types of details. All the details make it fabulous.